Welcome to the Artwork of You, the podcast where your life is the canvas and you are the masterpiece. I'm your host, Lori Gouhin, and together we'll explore creativity, self-awareness, mindset, goal strategy, and the importance of accountability so that you can paint your life's portrait with confidence and ease. Remember, in the gallery of life, you're not just a spectator, you are the art. So let's grab our brushes and start creating the masterpiece that is you. Hello, my friends. I am so glad that you are here with me today because today I want to talk about something that I not only find fascinating, but I really think it's something that can change the way you approach your life and your goals. And that's lucid dreaming. Now, if you've ever had a lucid dream, you know what I'm talking about. It's that moment when you realize that you're dreaming. You become aware of what's happening and you recognize that you can actually control what comes next. And if you're anything like me, you've also probably had at least one flying dream where that sense of freedom is just incredible. But here's what I want to talk about today. What if we could bring that same level of awareness and control into our waking lives? What if instead of going through the motions, we became conscious of the choices that we make and started shaping our reality with intention, just like we do in a lucid dream? So today we're going to talk about that and how the concept of lucid dreaming applies to real life and how it can help us create the reality that we want and how we can be more intentional with our goals. So first, let's define lucid dreaming. For those that aren't familiar, lucid dreaming happens when you become aware that you're dreaming while you're still in the dream. You suddenly realize this is a dream. And from that moment, you can influence what happens next, whether it's flying, changing the environment, or possibly exploring something that you would not normally do. Lucid dreaming happens when certain areas of the brain light up, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for things like decision-making and self-awareness. So in a lucid dream, you're in this unique state where part of your brain knows you're dreaming, even though your body is still in that deep sleep state. And I find one of the most fascinating aspects of this is its connection to self-awareness. Because in a lucid dream, once you know you're dreaming, you start to shape the dream intentionally. And so again, imagine applying that same level of awareness to your waking life, being fully conscious of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and choosing how to direct them toward your goals. And now if you're thinking that sounds amazing, but I've never had a lucid dream, no need to worry because you can actually train yourself to have lucid dreams more often. There are a few techniques that can really help increase the chances of experiencing them. One of the most effective methods is to start a dream journal because when you write down your dreams regularly, you train your brain to notice patterns over time, and it becomes easier to recognize when you're dreaming. There are also some specific techniques that you can do for inducing lucid dreams. And one of the simplest is doing reality checks during the day, pausing to ask yourself, am I dreaming? And I know that sounds strange, but the practice does condition your mind to question reality. And eventually you'll carry that awareness into your dreams. There's also something that's called the MILD method, which stands for mnemonic induction of lucid dreams. Basically, what you do is before you fall asleep, you set the intention to recognize that you're dreaming. You can do that by repeating something like, tonight I will know I'm dreaming, as a way to prime your mind before you go to bed. And for those of you who are really serious about it, there's also something known as the wake back to bed technique. And that involves waking up in the middle of the night, staying awake for about 15 to 30 minutes, and then going back to sleep with the intention of having a lucid dream. And this works because you're bringing a bit more awareness into that REM sleep cycle where the dream occurs. And in fact, lucid dreaming also has deep roots in ancient practices. For example, in Tibetan Buddhism, they have something known as dream yoga, where the practitioners learn to become aware of and control their dreams as a spiritual practice. The idea is that by mastering your dreams, you can gain mastery over your waking life as well. And also, to the ancient Greek culture, dreams were often seen as a message from the gods, offering guidance and insight, and again, showing the connection between dreams and the influence that they have on life. So now let's talk a little bit more specifically about what it means to live your life like a lucid dream. In a lucid dream, the moment you become aware that you're dreaming, everything changes. You realize that you're not just observing the dream, you're actually shaping it. you can fly, you can change the setting, all the things. And so again, what if you approached your life with that same awareness and ability to shape your experience? Because in real life, many of us go through the day on autopilot. We react to situations rather than actively choosing how to engage with them. But living life like a lucid dream means becoming conscious of your thoughts and decisions. You stop letting life just happen and you start making deliberate choices about how you respond, what you focus on, and what actions you take. And this idea, it reminds me of the movie Inception. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but if not, I highly recommend it. It's a movie about going deep into the layers of dreams, and the characters in the film become aware within their dreams, and they can manipulate the environment, they can solve problems, and they can even plant ideas. And I think it's a great example for living intentionally and being conscious of the reality you're in and having the power to direct it. And so, just like in that movie, the deeper we go into understanding our own thoughts and beliefs, the more control we have over the outcomes. So ask yourself, what limiting beliefs are keeping you from making progress? In a lucid dream, the moment you believe you can fly, you do. And in life, the moment you shift your beliefs about what's possible, new paths open up for you. And one way you can practice this awareness is through creative visualization. Because in a lucid dream, you can imagine new scenarios and they unfold instantly. And in life, visualization can help you see and feel the future you want before it happens. It can bring clarity and focus to your goals, and that will help align your actions with your vision. When you practice visualization regularly, it can really become a tool for shaping your reality, much like shaping a dream. And I know it sounds almost too simple, but think about how your mind is constantly projecting images and scenarios, whether you're awake or asleep. The question is, are you intentional about it? Are you choosing to visualize the life you want? Or are you letting your mind run on default mode, playing the fears and limitations that have been holding you back, imagining those worst case scenarios? When you apply this idea to goal setting, it becomes even more powerful. Imagine setting a goal like you would in a lucid dream, where you know you're in control. You start to see obstacles as just part of the dream, something you can shift, navigate around, or dissolve entirely. You begin to operate from a place of belief and possibility instead of fear and doubt. So, like living your life like a lucid dream means that you don't wait for circumstances to dictate your path. You take ownership. You become an active participant in your own story, shaping it as you go. And when you approach your goals with this kind of intentional awareness, it's not just about making a plan and executing it. It's about creating your reality like from the inside out, just like you would create the dreamscape in a lucid dream. One of the most effective ways that you can do this is by using something that's known as the GROW method. It's a simple yet powerful framework that can help you focus your intentions and your actions while staying flexible, like designing your dream life step by step. And for those who aren't familiar, GROW stands for goal, reality, options, and will. So let's break it down to see how it parallels this idea of lucid dreaming. Again, the G is for goal. In a lucid dream, once you become aware you're dreaming, you set an intention. Again, I'll use the example, whether that's flying or exploring or changing the environment, it doesn't matter. And in life, it starts with getting clear on what you want to achieve. What's your goal? What do you want to create or experience? Be specific. Just like in a dream where you can shape everything, your goals should reflect your biggest and most meaningful desires. And the R is for reality. Once you've set a goal, you need to assess your current reality. In a lucid dream, you become aware of the dream environment. In life, this means taking stock of where you are, what's working, what's not, what resources or limitations exist. It's important to be honest with yourself here, because self-awareness is the key to understanding how to move forward. The O is for options. In a lucid dream, you can explore endless possibilities. And the same is true in life. What options do you have? What actions can you take to move toward your goal? Don't limit yourself to the obvious or conventional solutions. Be creative. Think outside the box. In life, just as in a dream, there's always more than one path forward. The W is for will. Finally, in both dreams and in life, you will need to commit to taking action. In a lucid dream, once you decide to fly or change the environment, you act on it immediately. In life, it's the same. After exploring your options, you have to choose a path and take the necessary steps, because it's not only about willpower, it's about intentionality, making a conscious decision to act. I think the GROW method is a powerful tool to use for living more intentionally because it brings structure to the process of creating your reality. It's a step-by-step approach to designing the life you want, much like how you navigate different layers in a dream. When you approach life with this kind of clarity and awareness, you become more proactive, more in control, and more aligned with your goals. And so why does this concept of awareness and control matter so much when it comes to achieving your goals? I think it comes down to self-empowerment and intentionality. In a lucid dream, the moment you realize you're in control, everything shifts. You go from being passive, letting the dream happen to you, to being an active participant. And in life, it's no different. When you wake up to the fact that you have more control over your circumstances than you might think, that's when real change starts to happen. We all carry limiting beliefs that hold us back. I get it. And in a lucid dream, if you hesitate to fly, it's often because some part of you doesn't fully believe you can. And in life, limiting beliefs operate the same way. We hesitate, we hold back because we've convinced ourselves that something isn't possible. But just like in a dream, the moment you change your belief, everything opens up. In a lucid dream, if something scary happens, you can shift the way you see it. You have control. You can also do this in waking life. In other words, you can reframe or change how you look at challenges and obstacles. Instead of seeing them as barriers, you can start to see them as opportunities for growth. The shift in perspective is powerful because it puts you back in control, just like in a lucid dream, where you can change the entire narrative. In life, you can reframe challenges into something that serves you instead of something that stops you. Again, like I talked about earlier, this ties back to the ancient practices like the Tibetan dream yoga, where the goal is to gain mastery over your mind by becoming fully aware in your dreams. It's about understanding that what happens in your dreams and what happens in your waking life are both reflections of your inner world. When you learn to be aware and intentional in both, you can start to direct your experience more consciously. And also, like in the movie Inception, as the characters navigate through different layers of dreams and the deeper they go, the more control they have. And this is exactly like our own minds. When we become aware of the deeper layers of our thoughts and beliefs, we gain more control over how we experience life. In the movie, they have to keep questioning what's real and what's a dream. And that's something you can do too. Question the thoughts and beliefs that shape your reality. Once you realize that you're in control of these internal narratives, you can start rewriting them to align with the life you truly want to create. And as we wrap it up, I hope this idea of living life like a lucid dream has intrigued you. I know it intrigues me. And that you realize that just as in a lucid dream where you become aware and start shaping what happens, you have that ability to do the same in your waking life right now. The more conscious and intentional you become about your thoughts, your actions, and your beliefs, the more you can direct your life in the direction that you want. The truth is, you are the creator of your life. You can either move through it on autopilot, reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can wake up, become fully aware, and start designing your reality with intention, just like you would in a lucid dream. The more you cultivate that awareness, the more empowered you become to shape your life in ways that align with your highest goals and desires. And so here's my challenge to you. Over the next week, take a few moments each day to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I living with intention? Am I shaping my life or just reacting to it? Start approaching your life with the same curiosity and creativity that you would in a lucid dream. Look for ways to reframe your challenges and explore new options and act with purpose. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode, whether you've experienced lucid dreams or if this idea of living intentionally resonates with you. Reach out and share your thoughts with me. And if all of this sounds great and something you would like to get better at so that your goals become reality, you need more accountability. Reach out to learn more about my personalized one-to-one coaching. I would love to help you. That's a wrap for today, my friends. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And remember to show up in your life like the masterpiece you are, because you are the artwork. Please subscribe and leave a 5-star review. Have a fabulous day.